Yeah.
Smackdown is unwatchable. Smackdown and Dynamite are the two worst wrestling shows of the entire week. Smackdown gives me a headache. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss of words. I really am. Triple H is a bad booker. Triple H sucks at his job, and Triple H should be ashamed of himself. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? This show was a total waste of time. A total waste of 3 hours. Let's just go ahead and get into the review, man. I don't even care at this point. I don't. We kicked the show off. It was a brawl between Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Moving on. All right. Tiffany Stratton comes out. She addresses the fact that she beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, and then she beat Nia Jax last week. She then turned her attention to the Money in the Bank, where someone has the chance to do what she did. So then Alexa Bliss comes out. Gets a pretty good reaction. So she introduces herself as a former fellow women's Money in the Bank winner and former women's champion. So she then takes a moment to address Charlotte before turning her attention back to Tiffany, saying that the two of them have something in common. They cast in on Nia. Difference is Alexa likes Nia, but she doesn't know Tiffany Stratton. She gives the champion a warning of what could happen if she wins at Money in the Bank. So then Charlotte shows up. She talks about humility. She congratulates Tiffany Stratton on beating her at WrestleMania. So she gets booed out of the building. And Charlotte basically just wants her title back. When she wants something, she doesn't wait. She just takes it. Okay, who really cares? Tiffany calls her a hypocrite. And then she calls both Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss vintage, whereas she's an upgrade. No matter where she goes, it'll always be Tiffany time. So that was that. Who cares? I don't care about this shit. This leads us into the first match of the night. Women's triple threat qualifier. Charlotte Flair, Zelina Vega, and Giulia. This match was a disaster. Giulia basically wins. Yep, she wins. So she wins Zelina Vega. Who cares? Giulia should have stayed in NXT for a little bit longer. See, this is the problem with Triple H. You can't just bring people up on the main roster just because. You could have brought JC Jane up. You could have brought Fallon Henley up. I mean, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing? Giulia should still be in NXT, but whatever. Who cares? Moving on. I don't care about this. So, DIY, they addressed the state of things with the tag team division and Motor City Machine Guns in particular. Okay, so whatever. Moving on. So Chelsea Green, she's backstage. She runs down Zelina Vega. So there's a brawl that breaks out, and then security breaks it up, and then Nick Aldis makes a tag match for later on in the night. It's gonna be B-Fab and Michin versus the Secret Service, Alba Fire, and Piper Niven. Who gives a shit? This leads us into Chris Sabin versus Tommaso Ciampa. I don't care. Tommaso Ciampa wins via the help of Candice LeRae, who's still there. So we haven't seen Candice LeRae in 3 months. I don't give a shit. Moving right along. I don't care. So this leads us into Damian Priest. He was about to have a promo segment, but then him and Drew McIntyre, they continue to fight and all that stuff, and then they're separated by security. Damian Priest then gets on the mic and says he's going to put Drew in the hospital, but tonight he's going to get his pound of flesh, and then they continue to brawl, and security just breaks it up. I don't care about this at all. Just moving on. Solo Sikoa, he talks to Jeff Cobb ahead of the upcoming tag match. So Jacob Fatu, he interrupts. He doesn't know JC. He doesn't like JC, and his words rile up JC. So Solo intervenes and tells him to channel that anger towards the match. Solo talks about Jimmy Uso leaving the family, but he never did. He starts to say Jacob's catchphrase, and then Jacob cuts him off and says it correctly. You know what I mean? So, there's that. I don't care about this shit. Moving right along. So Charlotte Flair, she's backstage walking. She overhears Alexa Bliss talking about friendship, but not to the Queen, but instead to Lily. Alexa says she'll see Charlotte Flair at Money in the Bank. Oops, sorry. All right, who cares? I don't give a shit about any of this. All right, Secret Herbers versus Meechin and B-Fab. Meechin and B-Fab win. I don't care. Continuing on. So, we go backstage. The Street Profits, they address Fraxium ahead of their tag team match. Despite the role they've been on, they have a tough task ahead of them facing the champs. And then Solo, along with Jeff Cobb, show up. And they have a little stare down, and then whatever. I don't care. Moving right along. Santos Escobar talks about Los Garza, about coming together at Worlds Collide to stand tall as the best in front of their people. Okay, that's cool. So, Worlds Collide is going to be pretty cool. I'm digging it. And they're going to be taking on Psycho Clown and Paragano and El De Kingo del Dr. Wagner Jr. So that's pretty cool. That should be awesome right there. Nice. All right, then moving on. Then this leads us into Jacob Fatu and JC Mattel versus Rey Fenix and Jimmy Uso. Jacob, he gets the win. He wins. Jeff Cobb gets the win. So he wins via Tour of the Islands, basically. It's basically just the black slam. No, not the black slam. I can't remember the name. That's what Abyss used to do. The black hole slam. My bad. Now I got it. The black hole slam. It's basically what Abyss used to do in TNA. So, yeah, who cares? I don't give a shit about this. Fuck this. Moving on. LA Knight wants to talk to us about Money in the Bank and the odds being against him, but he thinks about it, returning to the city that helped him make it. He says first he has to go through Aleister Black and Shinsuke Nakamura, looking to walk through the light to take out two men living out the spooky season living out the spooky season year round. He calls himself a living, breathing, taking Money in the Bank because he's LA Knight. Yeah. All right. That's fine there, I guess. Moving right along. So R-Truth, he shows up, gets a pretty good reaction. He asks Savannah Georgia what's up before talking about Saturday Night's main events. He says that he's not facing his childhood hero tomorrow night because the man that we've seen, he doesn't recognize him. R-Truth couldn't figure out where it went wrong or how he could have prevented this, but then he realized what the problem was. He says the problem is power. Cena used to call Truth his friend and brother, but the more power he got, the more disconnected he felt. The text messages, the less replies, the slower. The phone call stopped. Truth felt that John Cena was annoyed with him because no matter what he did, it was wrong. He thought he was going to get on John Cena's nerves, but he failed to talk with others who felt the same. John Cena insulted him with power. Isolated him. My bad. John Cena isolated himself with power. He corrupted him. My bad. He corrupted himself with power. That's what Cena is. John Cena is the greatest of all time. And R-Truth doesn't want to put hands on Cena, but if he has to, he'll beat the hustle, loyalty, and respect back into him. Okay. Then he says, if John Cena wins, we riot. Okay, that's fine there. Pretty funny stuff, but, it is what it is. This is all right. Is it going to happen? Hell no. Moving on. So, we get a video package from Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Nia Jax. So, things are far from over between Nia Jax. Between Naomi and Jade Cargill. But Nia doesn't care about that, as they got in her way. So it's going to be a triple threat match. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. LA Knight, he defeats Aleister Black and Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay. Cool. Good stuff there. So he ends up winning the match. Because Aleister Black hits a black mask on Nakamura. And then LA Knight tosses out Aleister Black and then steals the pin. That's fine. So it seems like Nakamura and Aleister Black are going to have a feud. Okay, cool. That could be interesting. Moving on. Carmelo Hayes, he's backstage with The Miz. They talk about seeing how Aleister Black failed to qualify. They didn't talk about Carmelo Hayes getting into the qualifying match next week on Smackdown, a move that Miz takes credit for as he chose his new friend over himself. Miz says he'll make sure that Carmelo Hayes leaves Los Angeles with the Dre around his neck and the Money in the Bank briefcase in his hand. As long as Carmelo listens to him, they are Melo Dope Miz, and they're him. Okay, that's cool. That's fine. I like that. Pretty good stuff there. So, moving on, we get a video package from Jey Uso. He's ready to eat his way to win over Logan Paul on Sunday night's main event. Who cares? And then Zelina Vega is going to be taking on Chelsea Green for the U.S. Championship. Okay, whatever. I don't care about that. It's going to be on Saturday's main event. All right. I don't care about that at all, period. Moving on. Also, Sikoa talks about his bloodline sticking together where Nick Aldis delivers the news to Jacob Fatu's in the qualifying match for Money in the Bank. So, Solo then expresses some level of happiness for Jacob, who tells Solo that he loves him. All right, whatever. I don't care about this shit. Moving on. So, Bianca Belair, she's going to return to SmackDown at some point. So that's cool. She addresses her struggles for the past 6 months. The only consistent thing in life is change, and in me, the best is yet to come. Okay, cool. Main event of the evening: the Street Profits, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins versus Fraxium, Nathan Frazier, and Axiom. It was a no contest because the Wyatt Sicks, they returned and they destroyed all of the tag teams, and that was the show. SmackDown continues to be awful, continues to be a waste of time, and I forgot to mention this, but Triple H put out on Twitter that Money in the Bank is going to be in August next year. It's taking place late August. like August 29th, 2026. Triple H, you dumb idiot. What are you doing? Get it together. Money in the Bank should either be in June or July. SummerSlam should always be August. What are you doing, bro? Get your shit together. This show sucks, as per usual. Boring and bland. And it was just a waste of time. But what did you guys think of Smackdown? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.